In an era where global safety and security is a big concern, identifying the safest country in the world has never been more crucial. As per the recent updates of 2024, countries like Iceland, New Zealand, and Singapore were often ranked among the safest due to their low crime rates, stable political environments, and high standards of living. In this video, we unveil the top-ranking countries in safety, backed by up-to-date statistics and expert opinions. Learn about the crime prevention strategies, public safety technologies, and inclusive social policies that make these nations stand out. Number 10. Switzerland. Switzerland is known for being a very safe and peaceful country. It's often ranked high on lists for safety. This is because Switzerland has low crime rates, and people there live in a calm and stable environment. One interesting thing about Switzerland is that it's famous for being neutral. This means it doesn't usually get involved in big conflicts or wars with other countries. This neutrality helps keep the country peaceful and safe. Switzerland also has beautiful nature like mountains and lakes, which makes it a great place for outdoor activities. Plus, it's known for having good health care and a high quality of life. People in Switzerland have a good standard of living, which also contributes to the country's overall safety and happiness. Number 9. Japan. Japan is the 9th safest country in the world as of 2022. It has been one of the top 10 safest countries for 14 years. This is because Japan has very little crime, almost no fights within the country, and hardly any trouble in politics. Even though Japan is close to China and North Korea, which could be risky, these countries haven't caused any safety problems for Japan so far. In Japan, people can't easily get guns. This is because in Japan, people don't think carrying a gun is a right everyone should have. This helps keep the country safe. Also, Tokyo, which is a big city in Japan, was named the safest city in the world in 2019. It was the best in protecting against cyber attacks, really good at keeping people healthy, and also did well in keeping buildings and people safe. So Japan is not just safe in general, but also in specific areas like online safety and health. Number 8. Slovenia. Slovenia used to be part of a country called Yugoslavia. Now it's known for being a very safe place. This safety comes from being really good in 3 areas: keeping travelers safe, having low medical risks, and having safe roads. In the middle of the 1990s, Slovenia changed its government to a democratic system, like many countries in that region. Since then, Slovenia has been working hard to make life better for its people. This includes making sure people are safe and also taking care of the environment. So in Slovenia, not only do people feel safe when they travel, stay healthy, and drive on the roads, but they also live in a place that cares about the future. Number 7. Portugal. Portugal is really peaceful and is ranked as the 7th safest country in 2022. Back in 2014, it was only 18th, so it has gotten a lot safer since then. Unlike Iceland and New Zealand, the police in Portugal do carry weapons, but having more police around has helped make the country safer, because there's less crime now. Portugal's economy has also gotten better recently. A few years ago, a lot of people didn't have jobs. About 17% were without work. But now, that number is much lower, under 7%. This improvement in the economy might be one reason why Portugal is a great place for people to retire. It's known for being very safe, which is important for people looking for a peaceful place to live when they stop working. Number 6. Singapore. Singapore is the 6th safest country in the world according to the 2022 Global Peace Index. People living in Singapore feel very safe. In 2018, a survey showed that they feel safer and have better experiences with the police than people in most other countries. One reason Singapore is so safe might be because the rules are strict. Even for small crimes, the punishments can be tough. The government and police make sure that guns and other weapons are not easily available, so crimes where people get hurt are very rare. Number 5. Austria. Austria ranked as the 5th safest country in the world for 2022. While violent demonstrations in the wake of ongoing social unrest remain a concern, these are relatively easy to avoid, and otherwise, Austria is a very safe country to visit. Serious crimes are uncommon, with the usual caveat to watch for pickpockets and purse snatchers. Additionally, Austria has been spared any major acts of terrorism in recent years. Number 4. New Zealand. New Zealand is really safe. It's the 4th safest place in the world. Just like Iceland, there's not much crime in New Zealand, and it's very rare for violent crimes to happen. You should still be careful about your things, especially where there are lots of tourists, but you don't have to worry too much. One cool thing about New Zealand is that it doesn't have dangerous animals like its neighbor Australia, which has things like box jellyfish and venomous snakes. In New Zealand, you won't find animals that can harm you like that. The people in New Zealand are very welcoming, and they respect everyone's right to speak their mind and be themselves. Also, just like in Iceland, the police there don't carry guns. So New Zealand is not only safe, but also a friendly and open place. Number 3. Ireland. Ireland became a lot more peaceful in 2021. It jumped up in the rankings from 11th to 3rd place in 2022. This means it's now one of the safest countries. In most places in Ireland, there's not much crime. But like in any country, in busy city areas, especially where tourists go, you need to watch out for people who might steal your things or try to trick you. There's also not much worry about violence or terrorism in Ireland. But the natural places in Ireland, like its beautiful cliffs and twisty roads in the countryside, can be risky. You need to be careful, especially if it's raining suddenly, or if you're in a place where your phone doesn't work. So, while the people in Ireland are generally safe, it's the nature and roads you need to be a bit careful with. Number 2. Denmark. Denmark is the 2nd safest country in the world in 2024. It's also one of the happiest places to live. In Denmark, people feel safe all the time, even at night, and this includes kids too. The country is known for treating everyone equally and everyone helps each other, which makes people feel safe and happy. In Denmark, it's not common to find dishonesty in businesses or the government. People really value being honest and trusting each other. Even though people in Denmark pay a lot of tax on what they earn, this money is used for good things that help everyone. For example, people don't have to pay to go to university, and healthcare is free. Also, older people get help at home if they need it. All these things make life in Denmark really good for its people. Number 1. Iceland. Iceland is known as the safest country in the world. This has been true for 14 years. It's a small country in the north part of Europe, with only about 340,000 people living there. One big reason it's so safe is that there's not much crime. People think this is because everyone there has a good life. The country is small, people don't like crime, and they trust their police a lot. The police in Iceland don't even carry guns. They just have batons and pepper spray.